Today it is Sunday. Today is the 7th. Sunday the 7th. The year is 2024. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. The sun is up nice and bright. It's about 11 o'clock, 11:15 to be exact. Grayson heard the countdown and he raced over here to be seen and get his cameo in appearance and grab on his ear. You know, it's so funny. The video, the house will be quiet until I crank up this video, and then all hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose as soon as I crank up this video. They get to growling and fussing and fighting and raising hell. Instead of being quiet, little doggies. You know, plus it's so cold outside. Y'all, it's freezing cold out there. That wind is blowing out there. I was going to take these Christmas decorations down outside. I ran my ass back in the house. I was not going to work today. Come here, Grayson. All this damn racket. Anyway, today is Sunday, January 7th, the year 2024. It's the first Sunday of the year, I believe. I could be wrong. But it's a beautiful Sunday. And I think if we're going to have some quiet, I'm trying to figure out where I can put these dogs back. Let me, I'm trying to figure out where I can put the edges at so I can do this video so it'll be nice and quiet, but it's cold outside. I don't think we're out there freezing. But they may have to go outside for a second so we can have some quiet time to do this video. I may have to put them out there in that freezing cold weather since they won't sit their asses down someplace. They just refuse to do the right damn thing. But it is a beautiful Sunday. So anyway, before I start, just let me get them situated, and I'll be back. Let me get them situated. All right, I'm back. So anyway, over the past few months, I've met several young men who have moved to Atlanta, all probably in their 20s, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 years of age. All in their 20s, and they're all flocking here to Atlanta. Many of them want to be actors, singers, dancers, songwriters. Y'all do realize there's no money in that industry. That for every 10, 15, 20, 100 actors out there, thousands of actors out there, maybe one has success and makes a decent income. A 6-figure income a year. You might get a breakthrough. I mean, to get 6 figures out of an acting career here in Atlanta is a lot of money for someone in it. But there's so many other things that you can do besides acting, or you need to do something that supplements your dream of being an actor. But what concerns me is I'm meeting all these young folks who have come flocking into Atlanta, pursuing these dreams of Black Hollywood, singing, set dancing, acting, whatever. But they don't have the training. They haven't been to an acting school. They don't have the vocal training. They're not. I met a guy who told me he was a fashion designer. I said, well, let me see your sketches. The stuff that he didn't have any sketches. He didn't even have a sewing machine to even. How are you a fashion designer, but you don't even have a sewing machine to even sew and make clothing? I have a friend who's a fashion designer. I have several friends who are fashion designers. When you walk into their homes, they have sewing machines and fabric and clothes that they made for people, and just a home full of. That's their life. You know, their living room is a factory where they manufacture clothing for all kinds of people. You know, waiting for that big breakthrough. I've known some people for years who make beautiful clothes. I've lived in Atlanta for about 30-something odd years, so I know a lot of people. But these people have been the fashion designers. I know they were creating fashions and sketching designs in high school. Maybe middle school. We all forget Beyonce is a huge singer, but she was been singing since she was a little kid. She had parents who financially got behind her to help promote her career. She wasn't just running around here. The reason why I say this is because I'm meeting these guys. They come in here when they have nothing. They have nothing but a dream, but no training, no vocal training, no acting classes, no acting school, they didn't go to college for it. How can you be an actor and you're not participating in some type of training of some sort, some type of school or college that can teach you how to do this? Did you do any plays in high school? Do you have anything in your background? You just decide, I'm going to be an actor. And you jump up into load up a U-Haul and you move to Atlanta. And I met a guy who was a waiter at a restaurant. I went to a birthday party, and the waiter was there. He was pretty frustrated. Nice, decent-looking brother. I could tell he was frustrated because the people that were there at this birthday party were just doing nigger shit, sending food back. They didn't like the drinks. They didn't like this. And I could tell he was frustrated with these people. I would have been frustrated with the niggas too. And I was a part of this group. I didn't know these people. I was just part of a friend of mine invited me to his birthday party. I knew him, but I didn't know these other people that were there. At the end of the meal, I ended up giving the boy a fairly large tip because he had earned it. Dealing with these ignorant niggas. And so as I got to talking to him, he was telling about his fashion and acting, and we exchanged phone numbers. I was talking to him, and he has no income other than that job as a waiter. He's not making any money. He's not making the type of money. He's not making any money, truth be told. He's struggling. That job as a waiter, there's no money in that. At the restaurant that he was at, he has tattoos all over the place. It's like, you're not going to go to an upscale restaurant. They're not going to let you in there looking like that. He's in his 20s, 21, 22, 23, 24, somewhere up in there. He's not in any acting classes. He just said, I said, well, do you have a sketchbook? He didn't have a sketchbook. He said he needs to go to overseas and have some samples made. I said, samples of what? You don't even have a sketchbook. Or did you have a sewing machine? And of course, we ask these questions. I'm asking because I'm like, because I've known guys who were beyond when I first moved to Atlanta, I had friends who were fashion designers. They came to Atlanta. They had sewing machines, fabric. They were sewing stuff and doing stuff in the early 90s. Now, some of these guys are in Paris, London, France. They're living lives working in the fashion industry. But they were always making fashion. They were always had a sketchbook. I had a friend, he was always sketching stuff. He knew how to draw. He could sketch out a dress or a suit or something. Beautiful stuff. I think he's working for, I forget who he's working for now. I almost said his name. He lives in Paris. Gosh, I can't think of that boy's name. I'm going to ask Earl because Earl knows him too. But he used to come and stay with us when he was one of the few people I allowed into my home. But he would come in from Paris and I let him stay with us because, he'd come here on vacation. All he'd do was sleep because he was tired from working. He worked his ass off to get where he is. This man has been involved in fashion over in Paris for at least the past, since the 90s. When he first moved over there, he lives there. And he's worked with some huge designers. He's not a well-known designer because he works in the background, but he works with some very well-known designers. And that man, he's very good at what he does, but he's not a household name. So I'm looking at these guys coming here and struggling. They got some dream job that's out of this world. They want to act, they want to sing, they want to dance. But without proper training in acting or a vocal coach for singing, or well, one of the guys I met, he's a licensed real estate agent. I said, well, are you making any money? He said he's not making any money. I said, well, I look at his Instagram page, and on his Instagram page, there's no one knows he's a real estate agent. I said, well, why aren't you promoting the real estate? Your licensed real estate. People are buying houses, and y'all don't get it twisted. People are buying houses. A house just across the street from me just sold recently. People buy these houses. And that woman paid cash for that house across the street. She paid $550,000 cash for that home. There are other homes that have sold around here. People are buying houses. Don't get it twisted. These houses are selling a little bit slower in certain markets, but they still selling. And they started off, that house across the street, they listed it at $625, and eventually it sold at $550. Where it should have been priced to begin with. Because that house does need a substantial renovation on the house. So, but anyway, how are you a licensed real estate agent and nobody knows you're an agent? That's your income right there. You can pursue an acting career. He was pursuing an acting career. You can pursue an acting career and be a licensed real estate. You got to have an income coming in. But in both these instances, when I was talking to these guys, they were offended by the stuff that I was saying. Because I'm telling you, you got to have an income. You got to have some money coming in. You're a licensed real estate agent. You need to really focus on selling them houses, but you also focused on your acting career, getting to an acting school, getting to an acting class, getting to, Georgia State University or something. I don't know. Because, see, these guys are from all out of state. And to go here to school here in Georgia is going to be very expensive. And I'm like, where'd you go to school for acting? You didn't go to school for acting in another state. Your home state would have been cheaper. You didn't pack up a U-Haul. I mean, y'all, some people just, we all know that some people are just dreamers. And they're not going to make it. But I'm meeting so many of these dreamers who have fallen for this fictitious dream here in Atlanta that is scary to me. And they're here struggling, y'all. Both these individuals are struggling. And this guy was his licensed real estate agent. It doesn't make much sense for a 24-year-old man. You're a licensed real estate agent. You should be selling homes, even if it's 1 or 2 homes a month. But you're not advertising on your Instagram page or Facebook page or business cards or anything to anyone that you're a realtor so that people can know that you can help them purchase a home or rent a home or whatever when it comes to real estate. I mean, do y'all not like money? I mean, if I was a licensed real estate agent, y'all better believe I would be running around here with cards everywhere I went, advertisements on my Instagram and Facebook. Everybody I know, you can still you can pursue your acting career and sell real estate. What is wrong with you guys? You have to have an income. So I keep meeting. It's all these young folks, and when you come to a city that you don't know, and you don't have the proper resources, and you don't have your finances together, and you're struggling, it can lead to some bad things. And that's what concerns me. Because that's why you see so many of these guys who are out here escorting and prostituting and doing all kinds of stuff to earn an income because they're pursuing a dream and they're not financially being rewarded for this dream. I have a friend who lives in Atlanta, y'all. This man has been in so many TV shows, it's unreal, in movies. He college educated, went to school, and got an acting degree. I forget what school he went to, but it was a good school. He's been in all kinds of productions and plays and movies all over. But even still, financially, his life has been a mess. Financially, he hasn't made a lot of money. He just hasn't. He bought a house about a year or two ago down in on the south side of town. I went to go see that house. I said, wow, you got a lot of work to do this house. But he can barely get through the front door. He's just so happy to get in there. But the house needs to be substantially renovated. He doesn't have the money to do the work to it. And he was like, I need some workers, I need some stuff. And I'm just thinking, well, how are you going to renovate this stuff with fairy dust? I mean, because he pursues acting full time. That's his full time career and income. But he's not making any money. There's nothing wrong with having several streams of income so that you can pursue that acting or singing or dancing career or whatever. And I met so many dancers out here in Atlanta. Just like everybody dancing. I don't even know they still make videos where people are dancing. I don't know, but listen, I get it. There's nothing wrong pursuing your dreams, but you gotta have a steady income at the same time. So if that means selling real estate or having a full-time job that brings in the money while you pursue these other dreams and aspirations, there's nothing wrong with that. You gotta pay the bills. You gotta put gas in the gas tank. You gotta be able to eat. You gotta pay your power bill. And you still got to be able to survive. And I don't think there's anything wrong with surviving. This kid that's a licensed real estate agent, I asked him, did you have business cards? He didn't have any cards. I said, you never ordered any business cards? You're in the gym all day. Nice looking brother. Everybody in that gym should have your card. Well, that's not really it pays the bills. Why would you go get this real estate license and not focus on earning an income with it? Because selling real estate ain't that damn hard, y'all do realize that. That is very simple. Hell, people contact me every day looking for a house. I refer clients to all kinds of agents. Call this person, call here, do this, do that. I mean, it's not that hard. And then you can pursue. Maybe these guys are just too immature. But the thing that concerns, like I said, y'all, I have friends who've been doing this stuff for years and they're not being financially rewarded. I'm not so sure it makes sense to go down the path of wanting to be a singer, actor, dancer, producer, whatever the music industry they do, and you're not making no money. You're not making any money. You barely surviving. You can't pay your bills. You don't have any money in the bank. What is the benefit to this? This Black Hollywood shit ain't working for a lot of folks. Flat ass broke, ain't got no money. Can't pay your bills, can't put gas in the car, don't have a car, can't put groceries in the refrigerator. What is the purpose of pursuing a career in? It's not financially rewarding you. I mean, what's the point? Be broke for the rest of your damn life trying to survive? Who wants to be broke forever? And I have some friends literally who have been, ever since Atlanta became this Black Hollywood, they've been actively involved in this career choice, and they're not making a job. They're not making it. I have a guy who just had a baby, him and his wife. His wife pays the bills financially. They just struggle because he's been in TV shows and movies. In fact, he just released a new movie on BET Plus. The strike didn't help, but prior to the strike, he was struggling then too. I'm thinking, I'm not so sure it makes sense to pursue something that financially you're not going. I have a cousin here. She's here pursuing this acting stuff, and she works as a waitress somewhere. When he's, have yet to see her on anything. She's been in for years. I really don't follow her career that close. I thought by now she would have had some success with some of the stuff. But when you got thousands of people, literally thousands of young men and women here doing the same thing that you're doing, you got to do something to separate yourself from the rest of the folks. Maybe it might not be such a good idea to pursue something that financially isn't going to pay your bills. Ever. You know, this whole thing with The Color Purple, and you have Taraji complaining about her pay scale that she struggled to get to. I was shocked at what, how much is she making a year doing acting? $200,000 a year, maybe? I don't know. How many films is she doing? Is she surviving? I mean, I guess she's surviving. But is she thriving? I mean, I don't want to work a job where I just barely pay my bills. I just get all my bills paid. Now I'm broke. And I'm not able to travel and do things and have a normal life. I'm running around trying to get these teeth corrected. This stuff is expensive. I'm about to get, y'all probably like, when are you getting started? I'm booking airlines now. And, I'm about to take off and get this done. But it's been very expensive to get to this point. I mean, I've been, it's not going to be cheap, but it has to be done. Luckily, I have the resources to do it. But I'm not sitting over here pursuing a career where I ain't making no money. Be foolish on my behalf. I made a suggestion to one of the guys. I said, why don't you start a YouTube channel and, put some of your acting stuff out there, create some sketches, some skits, and do something, and try to get a little more money off of that. I don't want to do no YouTube. I said, okay, well, what's wrong with that? It'll bring you something versus nothing. You over there being a waiter at this restaurant, you said you ain't making no money. Had the nerve to ask me for some money. I don't loan money out to nobody, especially I don't know you, nigga. Why would I be giving you some money and I don't know you? I'm like, is this a joke? One quick way to get blocked, deleted and blocked, is to ask me for money. I don't know you niggas. Why would I be giving you money? Lose my number. You pursuing a career in acting, singing, dance, whatever, and you ain't making no money. And you begging and borrowing people. My nephew keeps calling over here. I done blocked his ass. I noticed he stopped calling. Enough. Figure it out. 30-some years of age. Atlanta is a place where you have a lot of folks struggling to live these dreams that are fucking nightmares. It's a fucking nightmare. You down here in Atlanta, I never forget, a few years back, there was a guy that I've known for years he was in some TV shows here in Atlanta. And I ended up bumping into him at the gym when we were talking. I thought this man, this is about 5, 6, 7 years ago. He had been on a couple of TV different shows. He was actually a regular on at least one show. But when that show went off, I don't really watch TV shows like that, so I thought maybe he went to another show, but he didn't. He was in his apartment. It was in the middle of the summer, y'all. This is about 6, 7 years ago. Middle of the summer, they had turned his electricity off because he couldn't pay his electrical bill. And he was being evicted. Him and his partner were living in an apartment with no electricity. It is hot outside. They were going to the gym to shower and hanging out at the gym with the air conditioning on because they did not have the money to pay this electrical bill. But they were pursuing these dumbass careers. I mean, he'd been on a TV show. I don't know where the money went with, but I come to realize he wasn't making a lot of money to begin with. And when that show ended, he wasn't able to get immediately placed into another show. I don't know, because I don't really follow a lot of these people's career. I don't watch, there's a lot of TV shows on TV. I don't know nothing about these TV shows. I got a few people I know who's in a TV show called All the Queen's Men. I've never really watched the episode of it, so I know what it is. I'm familiar with it. But they were sitting in this apartment with no electricity, no heating. And anyway, I made a couple of phone calls, and at that time I was investing in a trucking company, and I ended up helping them get placed into a truck, so they can go on these drive cross country in these trucks. They didn't need a CDL license; it was a box truck or something of that nature. Anyway, he ended up putting all this stuff in storage and drove around in his truck for a little while. You know, he would race back to Atlanta to go to auditions. It's got to be a weird feeling when you go to the audition after audition after audition and you never get picked for the roles. Because there's so many other people there auditioning. I don't know. I don't think I want to pursue a career where I have to go beg somebody for a role in their TV show, movie, whatever, and beg somebody to participate in this stuff. And I don't know. I just don't know the answer to that. I'm not sure that's something for me. When there's so much other stuff that they could be doing where they could be financially making some money. And there's nothing wrong with pursuing an acting, singing, dance career if you got another income source coming in from somewhere else. Like my friend's a licensed real estate agent. You're an actor. Work that real estate side. Use your acting abilities. Sell them houses. And pursue your real estate. Doing real estate is not going to interfere with your acting career. And he said, well, I'm getting roles, side roles, or he's getting stuff that he's doing, like, I don't know, these little small bit pieces here and there, nothing major. Excuse me, nothing major, but at the same time, come on now. I don't think that's something that I don't think that's something that I would not want to be living my life where I'm barely surviving. To pursue a dream that eventually won't pay me nothing anyway. You know, like I said, I know several people who've been on TV shows, movies, all kinds of shit, and they're financially they have nothing right now. Never was surviving. Unless somebody, well, one friend, his mom, she's fairly well off, so he's able to pursue his acting career because he has a wealthy mother. She owns some type of business, and she subsidized him and his wife's lifestyle, I guess. I don't know. Y'all want to come to Atlanta, pursue these acting, singing, dancing careers, you better think long and hard about Black Hollywood. Because you're going to be one hungry motherfucker sitting in a hot-ass apartment with no electricity in the middle of July. With no electricity and no money to pay that electrical bill. And I'm not sure if that's a good idea. But do what y'all want to do. Everybody grown. You know, it's obvious a decision that some people are just determined they're gonna make. They want to pursue a career that pays nothing. I mean, on the hopes that eventually they get that breakthrough role, movie, singing, whatever. A starving artist, I guess. I don't like to starve. I like to eat. As a matter of fact, I'm about to conclude this video and go make me some breakfast. Anyway, today is Sunday. It is January 7th. The year is 2024, not 23. I don't know if I got that right. I have to remember it's 2024. It's a new year, new beginnings. Getting old, I'll be 54 this year. Child, trust me. I don't think I want to spend my life starving, pursuing some stupid acting career, fighting for a role with 8,000 other people. It's a lot going on here. But anyway, it is Sunday, January 7th. I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful Sunday.